Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today, as you can see, I'm back at the Disneyland Resort to do a couple laps around the park to check up on a few updates. But I wanted to also talk about the future of both of the parks. What's going to be the next big attraction after Tianas Bayou Adventure? They just opened up Mickey and Minnie's. They're working very hard on Tianas Bayou Adventure, but what's after that? What's going to be the next big major attraction? So we're going to talk about that and a few other things in today's video. So how about you and I dive right in? We're gonna start off at Disneyland side, do a lap, head over to DCA, do the same thing, and yeah, talk about some speculation. Arriving to the park around 2:45 in the afternoon, so super easy to get in. Oh yeah, and I gotta be careful because they're getting ready for a parade and I don't wanna be caught up in that mess. At least not today. I don't mind a parade, but not today. And if you couldn't already tell, yeah, the park is busy. Now the crowd levels will change though, slightly as we approach the back to the school season. I'll get a little less busy in the park, but not by much. Now, as far as a couple park updates, I did point this out a couple videos ago. They are working on the Fantasy Fair facades. They're refurbishing them. So this is probably just some paint and a few other things here and there. Nothing major. We're not gonna see a new attraction in this spot. And by the way, it is a very beautiful day. It is very nice. It's pretty hot, and don't get me wrong, it's still a little spicy outside. But you know what? It is gorgeous. I mean, hey, even the ducks are having a great time in this pond over here. And with all Disney drama set aside, because I know there's a lot of Disney stuff going on in the news lately, it is very perplexing as to what's gonna be the next big attraction here at the parks, whether it be at Disneyland or California Adventure. I've been wondering that for the past few months now. And thankfully we have Destination D23 coming up very, very soon, so we might get an idea of what they're thinking about for the Disneyland Resort after Tianas Bayou Adventure. But yeah, like I said in today's video, it's gonna be fun to speculate the possibilities. Made my way into Frontierland. Very, very soon, the Halloween tree is gonna be a thing. They haven't put the lights in it just yet. I'm assuming here in the next maybe 2 or 3 weeks, they'll have some lights in here. As far as new attractions in Frontierland, that's very hard to tell because the space here is very limited. I would honestly be shocked if they announced something for Frontierland because I just don't know what the heck they would put over here. I feel like there's not enough room to add something new over here to the current lineup. You would have to take something out in order to build something new. And obviously they're not gonna get rid of a ride like this. It's just way too iconic. Now, in addition to Tianas Bayou Adventure in 2024, we do have a new version of Fantasmic coming back. So Disney is going to use that as, you know, the new thing for 2024, as well as Tianas Bayou Adventure. And we're also getting some Downtown Disney editions, hopefully by then. And here's your current look at Tiana's Palace. Yeah, not much has changed from the last video. Should be opening up a little bit later this year though. And then over here at the railroad station in New Orleans Square, yeah, they're still working on trying to refurb this section that did catch fire not too long ago. So yeah, I'm wondering when this is gonna be finished. Now, besides Tiana's Palace, as far as new attractions, I feel like Tianas Bayou Adventure is going to count as a new New Orleans Square attraction. I have a feeling they're gonna extend the perimeter of New Orleans Square into Critter Country. It would make sense. This could be like the outskirts of New Orleans Square, because I feel like Critter Country, now that this is being worked on, it's just too small. On a side note, just to clarify, because some people are a little confused, they are not changing the ride layout for Tianas Bayou Adventure. That's gonna stay the same. The interior show scenes and all that kind of fun stuff will be changing. Now, one thing that wouldn't surprise me, and I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed for, is either a replacement for the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh or a major refurbishment to this attraction. I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority, but I feel like they can utilize this space for something else. Oh, look at this. The Haunted Mansion ghosts are taking a ride on Winnie the Pooh. That's awesome. If they really wanted to, they can turn this back half of Critter Country into just, again, an extension of New Orleans Square, something very unique and original that pays a lot of tribute to New Orleans. And because this attraction is going to be centered around a bayou, maybe this area of Critter Country can turn into a Louisiana bayou. I mean, they definitely have something to play with. They even have a water feature, so the bayou-esque kind of vibe is somewhat here already. And hey, that Winnie the Pooh show building is not very big, so they can extend it even further because there is some room back there and they could build something really cool. You know, what if they took Winnie the Pooh out and did like a Dr. Facilier ride or something? That would be really cool. A cool Dr. Facilier dark ride. And as far as the other new thing that I'm speculating on, I feel like they're gonna change Hungry Bear down the road. I feel like Tiana's Bayou Adventure is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to retheming this area. Or at least I hope so. I hope so. making my way into Galaxy's Edge, and I just love when the boats kind of turn the corner right here. It's so gorgeous. There's so much to look at. There's so many little details, and they did such a great job building that bridge, and then obviously the berm that will block or somewhat blocks Galaxy's Edge. But even the rock work in Galaxy's Edge kind of blends in a little bit, but it does give you that sense of exploration because you want to know what's beyond that berm, because the rocks do look a little alien. Now, as far as a window of opportunity after Tianas Bayou Adventure for an all-new attraction, you put something new in Galaxy's Edge. You got 14 acres. And you only have 2 rides. I think Galaxy's Edge needs 1 more. I mean, wouldn't that be awesome if they announced like a Star Wars themed roller coaster back here? That would be epic. And I've always said that Disneyland needs another roller coaster. And in addition to a new ride, they should add another dining location here. Like a nice sit-down restaurant would be pretty cool. There's definitely been rumors of a sit-down restaurant coming to Galaxy's Edge. We just don't know the timetable for that and if anything is even true. Galaxy's Edge was originally going to have a 3rd attraction in concept. It was like a transport ride, but they ended up scrapping it in the final design. So I hope sometime in the future there is something new over here, because the land is just way too big for only 2 attractions. And you know what? All these guys agree with me as well. They're trying to figure out the same thing. When is the next new ride? And as far as where you'd put the new attraction, well, there's definitely room back here, including this space beyond these doors. There's quite a bit of space back there that they can reconsolidate some things, move some things around to build a new attraction. And if you can believe it, the 5th anniversary for Galaxy's Edge is coming up very, very quickly. So yeah, something new over here would be pretty fun. They could easily change Smuggler's Run, because that is a digital thing. They can go in there and put a new movie in there, which they teased at, during the concept phase of this. When they announced that this was going to be attraction, they talked about multiple scenarios, and the same thing with Toy Story Mania, but we haven't really seen anything for Toy Story Mania either. So, I don't know. It's going to be a big mystery in this corner of the park for quite some time. At least in my mind, I think Galaxy's Edge is the most logical spot to expand with the new attraction. Even though this is based on the new trilogy, Star Wars is still pretty popular, and I think people would dig a new ride over here. Oh, here we go. Transition. Here in Fantasyland, they're still working on Mr. Toad's, but it's slated to open up August 11th, so not too far off from now. As I was saying earlier, here in Toontown, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is the newest addition here at the park, and it's pretty successful. Everyone really loves it. It is a very cute ride, and it's perfect to cool off on a nice hot summer day like today. And as far as new rides in this area, I think Disney is done with Toontown for quite some time, just because this went through a huge renovation in addition to the Mickey and Minnie's ride. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna see anything back here for years and years and years. Oh no, the Matterhorn is down. It's temporarily down though. At least that's what it says on the app. It probably just went down just because Harold needs to take a break sometimes. I mean, I would be tired too if I was Harold. But going back to new rides and attractions, I think this spot over here is where we're gonna see something new, because Bob Iger, who is the current CEO of the Walt Disney Company, has said that Pandora is coming to Disneyland in some form. And if they are gonna put it in this park, well, this could be a nice sizable spot to put something like that. I could see them getting rid of Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage and Autopia and reconfiguring the monorail in favor of an all-new Avatar land, because they did say in that conference call that Pandora at the Disneyland Resort will be the same kind of scale and ambition as the one in Animal Kingdom. And if that's true, yeah, I think Submarine Voyage is on the chopping block. And another thing that would make sense would be to get rid of the People Mover tracks, because I just don't think the People Mover's coming back, and I don't think they're gonna reuse those tracks for any new attraction. So it would make sense, at least in this area of the park, to put Pandora in this spot, just because I feel like there's so many things that they can get rid of in favor for something new. And unfortunately, we are at the crossroads of wanting to either keep something or get rid of something. And I feel like Finding Nemo is popular, but it's not as popular as something like Big Thunder Mountain, like we were talking about earlier, or Space Mountain, or something even more beloved like the Enchanted Tiki Room or Matterhorn or It's a Small World. I feel like all of those attractions are going to stick around for a very, very long time. But something like this, I feel like people would be okay with letting go, and I feel like the company would be okay with getting rid of, because this is a very big spot. So a new ride in this area, I feel like, is on the table. I think Pandora is going to go right here. If not, it's either going to go here or it's going to go in the downtown Disney parking lot, the old Lilo and Stitch lot. And as far as what's next for Tomorrowland, well, beats me, because I've been speculating about Tomorrowland for a long time, and I just have no idea what Disney's wanting to do with this space, because it's just kind of outdated, it's old, there's Just big question marks everywhere at Tomorrowland. They probably won't do it anytime soon, but take this thing out and put a giant roller coaster, giant dark ride in this spot. It would be perfect. They are renovating the Tomorrowland at Tokyo Disneyland, so fingers crossed they have the same kind of ideas for the version here in California. Now when it comes to what's next and new rides and attractions, let's head over to California Adventure because there is one spot that I'm thinking, at least I'm hoping, we'll see a brand new ride, and that's Avengers Campus. Now when it comes to adding new rides and attractions, I feel like California Adventure needs it the most because, to be real, Disneyland has a ton of rides and attractions. And now California Adventure, on the other hand, I feel like this park needs a little bit more. It's not that it's a small park or anything, especially since they've added all those additions since 2012, but I feel like it could use more. Now the Avengers Campus parking lot opened up with only one attraction, and that is the Spider-Man Web Slingers attraction. And besides a gift shop and a quick service location, that was pretty much it. Now they are doing something over here. They're adding another retail space and maybe a new ride, question mark, hopefully. And even though they've talked about it at D23, the new addition here, at least in Avengers Campus, we just don't know when it's gonna happen. Once people ride Spider-Man, that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else, and you would think with Disney's biggest franchise, you'd think that they would go all out, and you would think that they would start construction on their newest e-ticket ride for California Adventure, because I feel like California Adventure needs another big e-ticket ride. After Tianas Bayou Adventure, this could be the next spot. They could work on California Adventure after Disneyland. The only thing though about this is if they were going to build this and have it open in the next couple of years, we would have already started seeing and hearing about construction, and they haven't started on this e-ticket attraction. They've been hyping this thing up as something very big and extravagant. So if it's something huge, they would have already started. And that's the next point I wanted to talk about in this video is timetables. As much as I love to hope and dream and speculate and armchair Imagineer with all of you, that's the thing. I just don't know if we're gonna see anything happen very quickly at the Disneyland Resort anymore, just because of how they've been running things the past few years. I mean, look at how long Tron took to build. Look at how long it's been taking Journey of Water to be completed. And look at this Avengers e-ticket attraction. It's still not vertical. Even if Josh tomorrow were to announce a brand new ride coming to Disneyland or California Adventure at Destination D23, I don't think they would be able to build it in time for the 70th anniversary, which is just in a couple years, or I don't even think they'd be able to build it in 3 or 4 years. I think we're looking at 5 or 6 years. And I honestly hope I'm wrong. I hope that they have some good contractors, and if they announce something, they can build it very quick. Maybe by the 71st or the 72nd anniversary, they can get 1 or 2 new attractions open by then. All this stuff just honestly depends on how fast and how urgent they are willing to be on new rides and attractions for the Disneyland Resort. And it's not just here, it's at all their parks. Building new rides doesn't just get me hyped because I'm obsessed and I'm a theme park nerd, but it gets other people hyped as well, and it drives attendance to theme parks. And that's why it's always good to keep things fresh and new and add exciting things to your parks. Now, you don't have to be hardcore and open up something every 6 months, but you do have to open up things frequent enough to give the family of 4 that lives in the middle of the country a reason to go back to your parks. Animal Kingdom, for example, hasn't opened up a brand new e-ticket attraction since 2017, and that's when they opened up the Avatar expansion. So why would a family of 4 have any reason to go back to Animal Kingdom when they haven't added anything new in 6 years? Now, obviously, that's not the only reason why attendance is fluctuating, especially over in Florida, but that does have something to do with it. I mean, yeah, families are not going to spend even more money to experience the same thing that they have been experiencing for the past 5 years. Either way, I'm excited for the future. I'm always excited for what Disney has in store, and I'm really looking forward to Destination D23 here very, very soon. Before I wrap things up though, as a side note, World of Disney has some new stuff. If you haven't already watched my video on all the new Halloween merchandise here at World of Disney, you should definitely do that. I'll leave the link to that video down below in the description. You can see I even added some new stuff at the time of recording this video. So yeah, be sure to check out the Halloween video. But you know what, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. You know, I love making these videos because I love speculating about the future. I love talking about rumors. And yeah, I love talking about the possibility of new rides. I'm a ride guy. I love talking about new rides, even though new ones just opened up. We just got Mickey and Minnie's, but hey, no, I need We need more rides. We need more, especially at California Adventure. But if you did enjoy this video, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these Disneyland Resort videos or some videos from some of your other favorite theme parks, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week. And if you want to see even more, you can follow my other socials by following the links down below in the description. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.